Hi, I'm Hannah Hausman, and I'm hanging out with Rob at Front Row Live.
I actually kind of first discovered you through TikTok about a month or so ago. You had posted you had done like a request for a duet for a song that you hadn't finished yet. And that song was like stuck in my head for like a couple weeks afterwards. And then now here you are with the new single and a new signing. So congratulations with the new signing. Can you talk to me a little bit about how the signing kind of happened for you?
Yeah, so I've been talking to everyone at Quadio for a little bit now, probably since like I think maybe March of 2020. And I just really love the team there, and I've just been independent before that and just releasing songs of my own. But I was kind of ready to do something different and to try something new this year. So I decided to partner with them for my last single that I released last week called Will I Ever Feel Like This Again? And I'm really excited how it went. It was really fun to have a whole team working with me instead of just doing everything myself. So it was really awesome. Like I was just able to play my part, and then they helped me do all the different things.
So now that you have this team behind you, how different was it for you getting this song out and getting the song released? Like, did you feel like you were able to focus more on you being the artist and you focusing on the music as opposed to everything else around it?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely, they have like an amazing graphic designer who helped me. So before I was doing like all my graphic design, all my promo posts, all my like video editing, music video editing and stuff. So I was able to like have a team help me with that as well. So I was able to just focus on doing my part and like making TikToks and stuff to promote it and then writing more music. So I was able to put a lot more time into that. Which was really helpful. Which obviously I love doing all those other things too, and it's really cool. Like as an independent artist, you get to learn to do a bunch of different things that I probably wouldn't have been able to do before. But I really loved having a team to help.
That's awesome. Now, as I mentioned when I first saw you on TikTok, the first thing that really caught my attention is your voice. I fell in love with your voice, like from that like first note that you kind of sung or sang. So, talk to me about kind of discovering your sound, your voice, your identity as an artist.
Yeah, so I've always loved singing, and like growing up, I took voice lessons and stuff, but I was mainly trained on like Broadway style, which was never really my thing. So I never really thought I was that great of a singer. I just really loved doing it, and I loved a lot of like indie artists, but that wasn't what I was learning like in voice lessons. So I kind of always had this struggle trying to find my own voice, but I really didn't find my own voice until I started writing my own songs. Because before I was trying to do covers of other people's songs, and nothing felt right with my voice. Chelsea Cutler is one of my favorite female
Mm.
artists, and she was like the first artist where like I heard her song and I would play a cover of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I actually love how my voice sounds when I sing this. Um, she really inspired me a lot to like start writing my own songs, and I realized like my favorite thing about her voice was that it was unique. It wasn't that like she could do crazy riffs or was better than someone else. It was just because her voice was unique and it was so her. So I decided wanted to try to figure out how I can make my voice unique to me and how I could like use the instrument that I've been given and make it the best that it can be. So that's what I've been working on. It's been a little bit of a journey. I lost my voice for a while, so I like started from the ground up and like learned how to sing properly again, and my like voice after that is the way I sing now is a lot more healthy than the way I was singing before, and like my vocal tone sounds very different as well, which is really cool.
Now, what about your ranges? Now that you are singing properly, like how does that change what kind of ranges you can hit whenever you're writing or working on new material?
Yeah, I can definitely sing higher now because before I was always trying to belt because I learned like Broadway style things, but my voice really wasn't made for belting. I have like a soft indie higher voice, so I'm sitting on like getting being able to reach higher notes and like being comfortable with that just because that's how I like injured my voice at the beginning.
Hmm.
But I'm getting back there and I am able to sing a lot higher and for a lot longer now without it hurting me at all, which is really amazing.
So now that you've discovered your voice, you've discovered how to take care of it, how to control it at the same time, you know, I feel like you've used TikTok very strongly in order to kind of build your name and build your fan base. So what has that been like for you, and how important has TikTok been to your career so far?
TikTok's been so much fun. So I honestly, I've been wanting to start doing TikToks for like since I found out about the app, but I just got my own room in January. Before I was living in a loft with like 5 other people. So I would try to record them and then there would be like 6 people like, talking or like singing or watching TV. So it never really worked out. But actually, when was it? No, it was in August of 2020. I
Mhm.
moved into this house and I got my own room. And so I was like, now that I have my own room, I have to make TikTok. So I just decided I was going to start posting a TikTok every day, just for fun. And I've seen like such an amazing response just from making TikToks. I guess because the algorithm shows your content to people who they know will like it. And so it's been amazing. I don't really have that big of a following on TikTok, but I feel like I've been able to like the follower to fan ratio has been really awesome. So
Mhm.
TikTok's been showing my music to people who actually like it, which has been really cool. Um, and I've been able to connect with so many people through TikTok. I feel like it's kind of my little community right now during this time, just because we don't have shows and things. I feel
Yeah.
like I have so many TikTok friends now.
That's amazing. And you know, now that you know this new single is out, will I ever feel like this again? Um, Talk to me a little bit about the creative process of this song in particular, and why did you feel this song was important for you to kind of debut with this new record deal?
Yeah, so I wrote this song in August of 2019. And it was about one of my guy friends that I really loved, but I didn't want to tell him how I felt because I didn't want to ruin the friendship. And then I moved to LA, that's where he lived. We ended up dating. He produced my music, that wasn't really released yet. And then it ended up ending really badly. And I wrote the song about him in 2018 before everything happened. And he actually like had a demo of it that he had produced for me, because he was going to help me like produce my solo project. And then after we broke up, I was like, oh, I have all these like demos that I have to have like a different producer now do now. So I had one of my other friends like produce the song for me, and it was really special because like this was the first time that a song felt like it was mine, and it was
Mm.
the first song that I'd released on my own in 2 years. And like over the past 2 years, I'd been doing a bunch of collaborations, but I really felt like this song embodied who I wanted to be as an artist and like how I wanted to go from here, production wise and songwriting wise. And I feel like it was a good balance. It showcased a good balance of my like songwriting and my vocal range and just the message of it. Will I ever feel like this again? It was a very like honest, vulnerable song that I wrote just to process my emotions. I wasn't trying to write a song or anything, but it was how I felt in 2018, and like it's how I feel now. And so like I play the song to help me process my emotions now, and it's still relevant. So I felt like it was a good thing to release now, especially I felt like
Mhm.
people would relate to it.
Right. Now, as far as the production goes for this song, what made you want to have these sounds that are throughout this entire song instead of just like an acoustic or instead of just like a piano kind of ballad?
Yeah, so I really loved guitar-based tracks that are also interesting. Jeremy Zucker is one of my favorite artists, and I adore his production on everything, and he does a really good job of that. And I feel like
Mhm.
not a lot of female artists like have songs that are like that specific style. So one of my friends is the best guitar player I know. So I like, called him and had him help me like, write the guitar parts for it. And then my friend Ryan, who goes by like, the production name Rye Flora, he like helped produce it from there. And we've worked on projects together before, but it was like the perfect balance of electronic and acoustic, which is what I'm going for, just kind of right in the middle.
Mhm.
And I felt like it suited my voice because it wasn't distracting from the vocals. It just added to it and it made it a little bit interesting.
Yeah. That's cool. Like I loved the you know the way it came out. Now, as far as like you enjoying electronic music as well for this, like, um, what kind of artists would you want to kind of collaborate with? Because that's another way that I kind of find new voices too. It's through like electronic artists that kind of have these female vocals or vocalists that, you know, no one's ever heard of, and then they feature them on a song, and then next thing you know, that's like a new favorite song or a new favorite voice. So what kind of artists would you like to kind of collaborate with your music?
Yeah, do you mean like electronic wise or like
Yeah, electronic
songwriters?
wise.
Yeah,
I feel like
electronic
I
wise.
pretty much know the songwriters already.
Oh yeah, true. I would love to work with Lose the Child or Medicine. Those are two of my
Okay.
favorites. I love all of Medicine's tracks. I really love Odessa. I'm trying to think of some more. Wethin,
Mm,
um, San Holo.
yes.
Yes, all of those. I like the indie electronic people.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you have like your favorites are like the list that I've been like wanting to for sure lock down within these last like couple of years. Like I feel like we're on the
Oh,
same page here.
hey, I'm sure you have great taste.
So lastly, now that the single's out, like what else can fans expect? Do you see like a body of work uh coinciding with the single, or do you feel like the singles game is a better way to go right now?
Yeah, so my goal is to release an EP later in the year, but I think I'm going to release singles leading up to it. So I've written a ton of songs. Normally, I'll write songs fully and then produce them afterward. So I have like 20 songs that I absolutely love. So right now, I'm just picking my favorites, and I'm kind of experimenting with TikTok a little bit, just posting all of them on there. And then the ones that get a little bit of traction, I'll like push up when I release them. And then the ones that people don't care about as much, I'll just push back and then try them again later.
The B
It's really
sides.
fun for that. Yeah, because like as a songwriter, you write so many songs, but if you're just writing it by yourself, and like my friends are always going to tell me it's great, unless it's absolutely terrible. So it's nice having a different audience to be like, oh, we really like this one,
Right.
and it kind of really inspires me to release them quicker too.
That's awesome. Well, lastly, to close this off, um,
Mhm.
when you were writing this song, like what was the biggest challenge for you? Was it the writing process? Was it the production process? Was it recording the vocals? What did you feel challenged you the most with this song?
Yeah, so this song, it came about just me processing my emotions. So the actual writing of it wasn't very difficult. I guess just it was a song that like my ex-boyfriend had produced for me before, and then I was going to release that version. So like revisiting it did bring up a lot of emotions.
Hmm.
So I think that was the hardest part. Um, but and like after we broke up, I had to figure out all new structure for how I'm going to release music because I thought I had figured it out before. So it was like finding new producers to work with, new places to record, new mixing engineers, all that sort of stuff. But I figured it out, as you can tell, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I really think I learned a lot over the time that because there were so many songs that I wanted to release that I didn't, but now I have like new production that I like, new styles, and I feel like my voice is always changing all the time. So I'm really glad that I have a lot of songs stored up now.
That's
And
amazing. Well, I'm excited that I got to I was introduced to your music, and I'm excited that we got to talk. Hopefully, the next time around when we do an interview, hopefully it could be like a in studio thing or like an in person type of thing. Um, but thank you again for taking the time, and congratulations once again.
thanks so much for talking with me. It's so much fun. So nice to meet you.